The inaugural IWGP Women's title will be decided between Mayu Iwatani and KAIRI. This is a match that I have been waiting for ever since I started watching Stardom in 2019. If not for their matches in 2015 and 2017 for the red and white belt, respectively, I might not have ever decided to pick up watching Stardom. Like, I was so impressed by their matches, and obviously match with other people, especially like with Io or Meiko Satomura. But it was their matches that drew me into it. I think they're going to have a different match than what they normally do, whereas a kind of like a Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles type of thing, where like one person gets a body part, they know the other person's move is to work on, is to like wear you down, so you drop the elbow drop. So like Mayu works over KAIRI's elbow, and it's a battle of wills of who can, deal with the pain or whatever else, and who can land the elbow drop and all that kind of stuff. I think this will be simply different. And like, quite frankly, I think since the final night of the Grand Prix that like Mayu has like, she's almost like flipped the switch. Which obviously we've seen her do that different times, but coming to America, the match with Kylan King was like, I remember Jeremy when he saw her do the Woman Honor thing with Kelly Klein, thought she was just okay, and then he saw her and Stardom was like, oh, this is just someone doing totally different. Like, that match with Kylan King was like, she's never had a match like that in America. And then she had a match with Starlight Kid in the Grand Prix. She had the defense with 2 weeks ago with Jazzy Gabbard, alpha female, and she wrestled her ass off.
She gave up the SWA title.
Yeah, she relinquished it to say that she wants to go after this, which is seems like when this thing was what's funny, when she released the belt, I was like, I don't know if it's now defunct, because when the IWGP Women's belt was originally announced, it seemed like, well, this is like the utility of that belt is the same exact thing as SWA belt. You're just replacing it, but we don't know. And now we kind of have an answer. But I was kind of given how it was at the beginning of the year, when Tekla lost it, how devastated she was when she lost the SWA belt. I was like, when she released it, was Tekla gonna run out and come grab her belt? I want my shit back. But because when she lost that belt to Mayu, it was probably the best acting performance I've seen anyone being devastated by a loss and losing something this year in wrestling. She lost a part of her body. But anyway, this match,
it didn't cross over into the cringe Hiromu Takahashi territory, screaming his head off, right?
No. It was very it's like, I lost something and it hurts very badly, and now I'm going to slink off. It was that. It wasn't overstated. It was just wow, she's a really good facial actress. But yeah, I think they're gonna have. I think that Mayu has flipped the switch. I think that KAIRI, you can do whatever in a big match with her. She doesn't care. Her first weekend back, she ruptured her eardrum. She's back for more. So, they're gonna get their time. They're going to go out there and have the opportunity to have the best match they possibly have, and I think they're going to kill it. And I think this match is going to be awesome. And even if even if it's bad, I'll lie. It's not going to be bad, but I just want to say it because it's funny.
Clip that.
Even if it's bad, I'll lie. It went 25 minutes, 3.5 stars, 5 stars. Fuck you.
James ready to start voting on cage match with that. You run right to the window.
10, look. Everybody else, apparently giving the cage match. Seems like everybody got burners. I need time for me to start making my burners. But nah, man. In all seriousness, this match is gonna be awesome. And I'm just gonna have fun with it. I've thought about that kind of stuff for the Io and KAIRI that came back. What would the Mayu match look like now in this stage? And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
So I'm picking Mayu to win. I feel like who do you think would kind of represent what they're going for with this belt better at this stage?
It depends, like, because both of them are the two correct choices to be the champion. Given that it's an international belt, like if you are going to make this a thing where like this is going to be a part of the touring brand for New Japan of America on like Windy City Riots and stuff like that, or Genesis stuff like that, then like yeah, Kairi's name has a cachet to it that Mayu's doesn't, but Mayu does have cachet as far as like people that like women's wrestling and like Japanese women's wrestling are going to know Mayu Iwatani, and like she when she did the
like these New Japan
when she
fans
did the Kylan King,
aren't idiots,
right? And when she did the the Kylan King match in New York, like she was over, right? I mean, and obviously she the Women of Honor stuff like that does help. Like people know her, right? Like she was on G1 Supercard, right? Like she was in Master Garden. People know her. But I think the Kairi thing serves that purpose of like you can make her star, you can make her you stupid. Kairi doesn't cut promos like that. You can make it a thing where like it's the she is an attraction and she comes in and she have a title match just in place and and all that kind of stuff. So I don't think there's a wrong answer. Me personally, I would put it on Mayu.
Kelly Klein, real star.
So now, but for me, the reason why I would go with Mayu is the domestic part, where it's like this belt's going to be defended on Wrestle Kingdom, right? If this match would be defended on Wrestle Kingdom, like, and you look at the post life for where we are with some of the wrestlers in their careers and how much longer we think they may wrestle, right? Like, I don't think if and when Shuri drops a red belt, I don't think Shuri will get a second reign with it. But what she could do is something similar to what she did with the SWA belt in 2020 through 21, where like she just give her a big match and she's just the fucking best, so she can just go out there with anybody in a big match setting and have a killer match on any card on earth and be able to be that champion. And she's incredibly we've seen it for 2 years now. She's a fucking excellent champion. So I can see from that perspective, like people that just can't be the red or white belt champion again, you make them the attraction, and that's like their belt.
That's just like a super belt, like a super championship in boxing or something.
Yeah, almost like bigger than the belt type of thing. Like we're not going to go backwards and give like I don't like. Okay, so Mayu has that movie coming out. Belt. Yeah, almost like a Legends belt. Like so, Mayu has that movie coming out in I think 2023 or 2024. I can't remember. And Meltzer was saying that like they're going to give her a huge push. This could be the huge push in a way that doesn't like upset the timeline for people like Kamatani and Tam and Julia. I think this is a good way to split that kind of baby, because like you got to get Kamatani up to that level. You have to get like Tam and Julia a red belt reigns. You have to get like Utami a second reign like in the next like 3 years. You got to do all of that.
Don't worry, we will not be including a Momo reign for everyone.
God damn it. So like I'm basically kicking Madison Rain in the show, and you're kicking Momo. That's what we did.
I kicked Madison Rain too, so I don't know.
Okay, all right. Man going to war against the M's. Yeah, like I think that's the path they go down. And like Wrestle Kingdom, I don't know who her challenger will be, but like Mercedes Monet and the talk of how much she's wanted to wrestle in Japan at different points, whatever else. If she's going to wrestle in Japan, it makes no sense for her to wrestle anywhere else but Stardom, unless she was in AEW and she has that connection that takes her to Tokyo Joshi Pro. She's not in AEW, at least of yet. So, I could see that happening. I could see that happening. I'm not holding my breath on it, but like I wouldn't be shocked if all of a sudden, like, I'm watching the show at like 4 a.m. that happens. I think it's in the realm of possibility. How big the possibility? I don't know. Probably like 5%. 1 out of 20.
Here's some fantasy booking you can run with. Like she can be the challenger on January 4th for whoever wins this.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why I have it like she comes out announcing, and then like, wrestling fans are flying in, or American fans are flying in. That's an attraction. That's one of the attractions, along with like whatever Osprey probably has going on for Wrestle Kingdom 17 as well. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, like I think that this weekend it's gonna be a lot of great wrestling. A lot of great wrestling. Yeah, so me and Rich have already talked about it. Like, we're going to split up the reviews. Like, we're going to do the Stardom and New Japan review on Monday, in coordination with Keeping It Strong Style, and then on Sunday, we're going to do basically our regular show on Sunday to review all the stuff and fallout from Full Gear. So keep it locked.
Yep.
I always wanted to say it like I'm a hip hop radio DJ. Keep it locked right now.
Keep it locked right here.
Hot 97.
Don't touch that dial.
Yeah. Power 101.5.
Playing 18 jams in a row.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
But so big weekend